Welcome everyone to another edition of Coffee with Father James, and once again I'm out and about in this amazing summer day. It's incredibly warm. Now guess where I am? Now many of you know immediately where I am. Some of you are thinking, not sure I recognize, I don't know if I've ever darkened these doors. Well, this is Immaculate Conception Church. And 100 years ago this month, the Catholics in Woodside had just called for tenders for the construction of a new building. And on July 30th, 1921, they broke ground right on this very spot. You know, going back to the early part of the 20th century, the only Catholic parish in what we now know as Dartmouth was St. Peter's. They had moved from down in Auchterlonie in Prince in about 1880, for the stone church that was built off of Maple Street. And the Catholic population of Woodside had grown because there was the sugar refinery, or the factory, which is now Mars Chocolates, and the oil refinery had opened up, and a bunch of workers had moved into this area, and the Catholics asked for a new church. So this was the second church in Dartmouth. Imagine that. This was the second parish in Dartmouth, and they built this building for a total of $28,000 back in 1921. Construction started, I said, on July 30th. Mass was said for the first time in the basement on October 30th, 1921, and the first Mass in the church upstairs was midnight Mass, well, December 25th. I was going to say December 24th, but once you get past midnight, it's the next day. So it's an incredible history, isn't it? And it wasn't only about 10 years or so later that St. Paul's Church was formed out of St. Peter's, and then a number of years after that St. Anthony's was formed out of St. Paul's, and then St. Clement's was formed, and St. Thomas More, and the story went from there. It's an incredible story. So I'm telling you all this because on Monday, June 28th, we're going to resume having weekday masses with people, more than 10 people, which is great. But we're also going to resume having masses at all of our locations. So on Monday, 28th, we'll be here at Immaculate Conception. And on Tuesday, the 29th, we'll be at St. Paul. Wednesday and Fridays, we're going to continue at St. Peter's, and we will have live streamed. Those will be the two masses that will be live streamed. And St. Anthony's on Thursday. Now, here's my hope. So, as we move forward into the future, we've got a long past. There's a story of everything that happened before us. We've got to know our past, we've got to know our history, but we've got to look into the future. And as we continue to grapple with the reality of parish amalgamation, we really desire that all the parishioners of Our Lady of Guadalupe really have a sense of ownership of the entire parish. That's why Mass here on Monday morning is not the Immaculate Conception Mass. It's the Our Lady of Guadalupe Parish Mass. Mass at St. Paul's on Tuesday morning is not the St. Paul's Mass. It's the Our Lady of Guadalupe Parish Mass. And I'm hoping that people will make the trip. Think of it as a kind of pilgrimage. Come and pray. We don't know how long we're going to continue to have these buildings. We know that we can't keep them all. We know that. We're working on a plan for that. And we'll let you know as we know. But please come and pray. Come and pray for the future of the parish as we give thanks to God for everything that happened in the past, but come and pray for the future. So we've got weekday masses starting. There's a limit of 50 people. Usually we don't get more than 50 people at a weekday mass, so we should be okay. Speaking of masses, this coming weekend, as of right now, we have a limit of 50 people. Now, that might change. The news today was that there were 0 new cases, which is fantastic. But right now, based on what we heard last week from Dr. Strang, we have a limit of 50. And we're going to give first place to those who might not be connected in, might not be able to watch or participate online. So for telephone, as of Monday this week, Monday noontime through to Wednesday noon, registration by telephone to give folks who are not plugged in online to get a chance to come to Mass. So after Wednesday noontime, it's open. You can go on our website, first come, first serve. But who knows, maybe it'll still be 50 this weekend, maybe it will be higher. We don't know for sure. But what we do know is that that's likely to change for the following week. So this weekend we have back to the usual Mass schedule. 9 a.m., 11 a.m., Saturday 4 p.m., 9/11, and 7 p.m. So guys, I'm so looking forward to seeing you again. Remember, Father Rob's homily this weekend, if you haven't had a chance to watch it, it's a fantastic homily. He talked about surviving the storms of this life by tapping into the GPS system that God gave us: gospel, prayer, and sacrament. Gospel, prayer, and sacrament. And the sacraments are really so essential for our Christian lives. And so please take advantage of this opportunity to come and receive the sacrament of the Eucharist. So I'm so looking forward to seeing you. Of course, there's still a lot of things being going on in our parish. Alpha is almost coming to an end. We've got a few weeks left. I should say, did I say Alpha? I meant Taste of Alpha, because remember, it's not real Alpha, because we're just doing it with parishioners, with committed parishioners. And real Alpha is when you reach, it can serve both committed parishioners and also reach out to those on the outside, which we hope to do by September, late September perhaps. Coming up as well, we've got this Sunday at 1 p.m. We're doing a YouTube live chat with myself and Father Rob. What we're going to do is we're going to be in the church. It's going to be live over on our YouTube channel, and we're both going to have our phones, and you can write in comments and questions, and we'll interact with your questions. Because remember, we haven't had a chance to really process the fact that Father Rob is leaving us. The middle of the week, towards the end of the first week of July, Father Rob's going to be going on vacation, and then he's going to be back for about 6 days from I think around the 21st, 22nd of July through until the 27th. That'll be his final weekend. So we really don't have much time left with him, and so this will be a great time to connect. I want to say a word of thank you to all those who responded to our preaching series a few weeks ago when we looked at our parish finances. Remember, the printed version of the finance report is available at the parish this weekend at the parish office. Speaking of parish office, it's open again, thanks to all the volunteers. But thanks also to those who responded to the invitation to get informed, to do the math, and to take a step. It's made a difference, and it's going to make a difference as we continue to move forward into the future. Folks, it's about the past, it's about the present, and it's about the future. We have a rich past. We've got no choice but to live in the present. It's all we've got. But as people who live in the present, we're called to cooperate with the Holy Spirit to build and shape the future. And that's exactly what we're trying to do here. So let's continue to be patient with one another, to presume the best of one another, and to pray for one another. And well, I know for a fact this week, my coffee is still going to be hot. And that's not just because of my mug. God bless you all. Take care.